Move it right there. So those match out, and that forms a sort of racetrack shape. Sorry. So get in there. It helps to take a brick off, put it in there, and then put that on. I'm going to make sure there's 2 studs from here to here and 3 studs from here to here. Flip it over. Jumpers. That goes on the yellow tile or plate. And the 4 chairs go in. Go with that. This will span those side brackets. Goes on like that. And it goes across the brackets. One second. Just gonna flip that around. So we're gonna take that. That's gonna go on right there. Missed a piece. Careful, this is kind of fragile. It's only held on by those two studs for now. These two studs go right there. So you put that on there and you click it on. So these L pieces go right there. And they sort of lock this whole thing in place. It can't come out anymore. There is a small gap, but it's really nothing. Just like that. It goes on there. So, in the book, or in the file, you want to make something like this. I'm gonna take one of these, put it like that. You're gonna take the 1x1 plate and then the tile. And this goes like this. This doesn't have any real support, so be careful. There's a gap that can break off. It's going like that. Oops. Two of these assembled. Alright, so we're going to start with this. We'll put two of those, then another plate. I'm going to take these roller skates, place them there like that. 1x1 plates on the side, on the edges, and then cover it all up with these two tiles. When you place this, make sure these are on the outside. That way you kind of have something to latch onto, if not just to make it aesthetically pleasing. Put some there so you have that kind of corner shape. And then, very important, these two go into those two holes like this. So that way it's in the middle of the 1x5. Alright, so now I'm matching everything up. Okay, look right here. Got two studs open. That's where that yellow will go. This goes all the way over here. And these two, these two go right there. So match everything up. Might be a bit difficult, but we'll get there. And these, I should get the light on it better. The bracket that you put in here kind of acts as a guard when you have the wheels in there. So if you have any items back here, they won't go into the wheel. Same thing, make sure it's like that in the middle. Same thing, match it all up. Maybe a bit tricky to work with. But it'll work itself out. Grab one of these pieces. See right there? Make sure it's this bracket. Nope. I forgot a piece. These 1x1 plates on the ends of the brackets. And before it goes on top. Just like that. We're going to put this very top of the 1x4. And then we're going to take the other 1x4. Alright, so that's done. Gonna make sure the spot the pane goes in, it's gonna be on this side. It's gonna be facing that way. Make sure that clip is on there like this. So those two open spots, and this is all flush. So just set that right there. It should be in the middle of those two tiles. So that should be dead center. Once again, those two studs. This goes right there. You might bow out, bow in, pop up a bit. Just be gentle with it. It might take some adjusting to get it right, but here's the front. So that piece goes in this clip like that. And all those. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Three of those, and one of these, and my cat wants in. So see how this stud went down, that stud goes up. Now this next stud goes down like that. Then this goes on there, and then this stud goes like that. So this should be the final thing. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna put that like that. that. And I'm going to put it on that stud. Take one of these curved pieces. Right here. Take one of these. Snap it on right there. One bone plate. So you're going to take the tile, put a stud, take a plate, and then take another stud. I'm just going to set that in there. You don't have to make the angles perfect, I just like to. Ooh, whoops. And you're going to put it on those two studs. Like that. You're going to need two of these with friction pins. Although either will work, any kind. Two of these. And take it 1x5, put that right there. Take those curves, put them on the sides. G-slope, like that. Attach that all like that. All of these pieces are in pearl gray. So you're going to make two of these. Attach them like that. See how they kind of match the wedge. And that's going to go right on those red studs, those Technic pins, like that. That little tile in the center. And arrange those so they kind of make the racetrack shape. You're gonna need two of these. And gonna have to match them up with those. Same for this one. So now it's 4 wide. And this goes right there. I'm going to put them in there like that. So this hollow stud goes in there. So you get this. And that's the finished product. So put it on there like that. There's a neat little spot tucked in there. And so that goes. And this. And put that right there so this can fold this way. Last of the pearl gray. press those on, which kind of lock most of this together, so now this is kind of solid. You want this to go on there, just kind of bend it until it covers those studs right there. So it should be able to cover those mostly. Oh! Should be able to cover those. Just be careful, this kind of assembly is somewhat fragile. So now I'm going to connect these to those. You can do. Only reason I made it this way is because Bricklink Studio couldn't figure out a better way since I'm new to that, so. That goes in, and remember that nice little spot we have tucked away. And that again, and it's on. These red jumper plates match up with those 1x3 plates, and they snap it in place. So now, can hinge open. This is about the limit. Right here is the limit. And it closes, and it's flush for the most part. Just got that. So you got this. So the way these are pointing, so you want to do like that. So if it's open on this end, so you're gonna have that overhang. Fill the gaps in. Now you've got the roof. Now be careful, this is the most fragile part of the build. It likes to break a lot when you take it off, so just be mindful. Alright. I might take some prodding of these pieces in the back here to keep them up and flush. But other than that, that's the roof. And there it is. Now if you look at what I was talking about earlier, about those pieces forming a wheel well for this wheel right here. You can kind of see it right there. So yeah. That opens up. This, obviously, as you saw earlier, this opens up as well. Bricklink Studio couldn't figure out how to get stickered parts, so I just built an engine. And that's just, yeah, that's the best I could come up with, I could think of. Yeah. there's the Humvee. And try designing it for a good size for a minifig. So I think that's pretty decent. It's a bit on the large side, but it works. And yes, minifigs can sit in the seats, but you have to be careful of the attachments you put on them. If you have a helmet too big, it won't fit. So you gotta be careful. But yeah.